Yeah.
We can't see Salvatore and Adelisa yet, but they'll figure it out. So we are using butter. If you're not familiar with butter, it will be in maybe half an hour. It's what it takes. It's supposed to be simple and easy. And if you need any help, just let us know. Welcome. We are starting our, I don't remember how many practices we did, but we have been doing this practice like monthly. And usually we have one structure to go through or a bunch of structures. And basically we are here to play together and have fun and learn, which is the best part. Let me show you some remarks. So 90 minutes, I think it's a good chunk of time to get something going. We have been doing this with this time for a while. 60 minutes sometimes seems short, but we also notice that some people don't have more than 1 hour. So if you have to leave before the end, it's okay. But 90 minutes, it's a good timing. And remember to turn off your phones, emails, alarms, all that things that can distract you. And we stay after the session, we stay for 10, 15 minutes. If you have any question, if you want to stay, we'll be here. Let me see. Yeah, it shows it. Welcome. Your sound is kind of awful.
Yeah.
Welcome, my friend. And paper and pen. Especially today, we need paper and pen to work in the Ecocycle. So as I said, the purpose is to get together to improve our practice, to discover new possibilities, to connect with other people from different places. And today we'll be diving into Ecocycle. So more or less the agenda is this. We are on the arriving and a welcome. We'll be doing the spiral journal to get some materials for the Ecocycle, followed by a connection moment. We'll dive into Ecocycle, which will go to like self-reflection, pairs, quartets. We'll be using some slides to work together in a few minutes. And then we harvest, and we have time at the end to debrief the process and Q&A, and then we departure. Anything else, Carolina?
That's
okay. It. So here we are. If you don't know me, Fernando from Nelson, BC, originally from Brazil. And Carolina is my partner in life, in business, in many other endeavors. Also from Brazil. Talk about you, Carolina, quickly, and why we're here.
Oh. I'm very happy to be here. I'm a woman, and a white woman, and coming from Brazil. And I have the privilege to live in Canada for 11 years. And I'm very happy to be here because we like to learn together. We like to bring the community together to learn. And this is a space that we have to go through some liberating structures. So we choose one so we can do this structure in a way that we can really learn and share among ourselves here. And so this is the purpose to be here today. So it's so nice to see all of you here. Thank you for coming.
Okay, so we'll be together in a moment to share and connect. But before we get there, let's do the spiral journal as a way to get ourselves centered and also get some material to work through the Ecocycle. So if you don't know, spiral journal is a punctuation, and it helps us to get prepared for the work ahead. So it's a quick way to get material ready. You need pen and paper, as I said. And to start, we'll do it like this. In more or less a minute, fold the piece of paper twice, and then you have 4 quadrants. And then you start a spiral from the center, very slowly. And you start like winding out this spiral very slowly. Remember to breathe. We saw some people falling during the exercise.
We get very concentrated, very focused. So we forget to breathe sometimes.
Some more seconds. So as I said, to get the Ecocycle going, we need some material, some content. So the content will be you, what you have been doing, what you're planning to do, and everything else. So feel free to write everything you want. You don't have to share exactly what you are writing. So it's a more creative space for you to get ideas flowing. And these are the questions for you to fill your paper. So start from the bottom left and just do like a recap from your year. So something that I started doing 2024 is, and write as many times as you want. You have more or less 30, 40 seconds for each prompt. Get some ideas on the paper. We are talking about things that you did or start doing. Some more seconds. And on the top right, what generated results and provided value into 2024 is things that were great. Things that you did that really pay off. Some more seconds. And the next one, on the bottom right, what I have been changing, transforming, or rethinking in this last year is. Some more seconds. And to close, dreams, hopes, and practical ideas I have for 2025 are. Some more seconds. And now we'll be sharing with two more people. Anything that stands out about what you wrote and anything that got your curiosity. So feel free to share what it's comfortable for you. Let me get the triads organized. Yeah, so you'll be in a breakout in some seconds. See you in 6 minutes back in the main room. Nice. People are back. square inch right now. Linda's still on the move. And don't know if you did the work or not, Linda, but
Yeah, do whatever is possible for you, and just pay attention of the on the on the road.
yeah, she's not driving for sure.
Yeah, but
Okay, so let's talk about Ecocycle. Where is my screen? Here it is. Can you see the
yes.
slide? Okay. So Ecocycle, it's a very powerful liberating structure. And actually, you can do it by yourself to learn. Will be more or less what we'll be doing here today. So we'll be doing it by ourselves, but we'll be sharing with people, and then we'll make meaning of what we are sharing. But it's much easier when you have a group analyzing something together. But you know the steps doing it by yourself, which is more interesting than just talking about something else that we don't have in common. So that's how we roll when we have a diverse group. We do it like individually, but in group. When we have an intact group, like from a company or department or something, we work with a set of activities that we'll be analyzing or a set of relationships. So the base of the ecocycle is this archetype, is the infinity symbol in the back. And the four seasons are the four spaces here. So everything that starts has a period of gestation. Like when we have seeds in our hands, they're still in our hands, they're still seeds, still ideas, nothing's happening yet. But after a certain point, we put them on the ground and they birth. So things start. And if you follow the line of the ecocycle, here is where things are really starting, and it grows along the way. So when we get after summer, we get into fall, we have maturity. Then we have fruit, we have the harvest. So things are in their peak, in their prime, and start declining and get into winter. And some things die, some things just sleep and get back into renewal state and gestation and keeps going. So this is used to analyze any kind of process or activity. So if I have an idea that is still a very young idea, it will be like here. I can plot the idea here. And as the idea becomes more mature, it keeps moving until I start doing something. And then it starts growing and keeps moving. So if I plot something that is here, it's getting there. It's not in the full potential yet, but it's getting there. So it's a way to get people analyzing where are things in the cycle of life. Some things that we need to stop, or things that we did in the past that provide a lot of value for us, but it's not working anymore. It's just dragging energy out. Usually they are here. They are stuck on this corner. And we need to step into this part to destroy it and transform and rethink. And usually this space releases energy for things that are stuck on the other side. So these two traps, rigidity trap, some things that we need to stop or transform, so we need to let it go. And scarcity trap, things sometimes also get stuck here because we don't have time, we don't have the money, we don't have the energy. So we don't start doing because we are on the scarcity trap. So this is the eco cycle in a nutshell. You can present this using your body, putting on the ground, using tape to make the drawings. Many ways to embody this concept, but everybody gets it. It's kind of simple because everybody knows the process. It's the life. And the next part of the exercise is to draw the eco cycle. Actually, I can put in the chat for you the file if you want to print, or you can just draw by your hand. But ideally, you'll get some of your activities from your spiral journal and plot into the eco cycle. Maybe 5 to 7, not many, just to start, just to get the idea. And I'll give you this couple minutes to get the drawing on a paper and also the plotting going. And then we'll be discussing with a partner just to share what you did and how it's looking like, your eco cycle. There is no right or wrong, it's just what it is. Let me see if I can put the file for you on the chat. Here it is.
I can do that, Fernando.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let me see here.
Oh, I stopped sharing. Just a minute. I'll put it back. Here we go. Do you have the file, Carolina?
I put in the chat, but I don't know if it is there or not.
I just sent you as well. Oh no, that's not the file. It's the other file. It's this one. It's the handout.
Okay.
I'll just show one example when I was preparing the Ecocycle yesterday. So it will look like this. Sometimes we have a long list, and instead of writing things, you can use numbers. So you number the list, and then you plot just the number, which can be easier, especially if you're working with more elements and with a group, you can number. So Ecocycle looks like this. Sometimes it has a pattern of lots of things in one side, on the other, but that's the idea for now as the first step. Let me see you again here in the screen. Okay. Can you show me quickly your Ecocycle just to see if people are following along? Oh, Ecocycles are going. Okay, perfect. And if you want to do this exercise again, find a big piece of paper and do it on a table with using Post-its. It's quite nice to work in a large piece of paper. So what we'll be doing now, you'll be just sharing with your partner what you did in your Ecocycle, where you are at, anything that gets your attention, and maybe you find some commonalities or not. It's just to share and get this going. Let me check, pair share. Let me try this one. Yeah. So we'll be in pairs in some seconds for 6 minutes. Okay, so we will have 10 minutes. Just pick some of your ideas from your Ecocycle, and we brought in on the slides. And the slides are a Google Doc.
I put in the chat already.
Yeah, you can use the one in the chat or the one that will be in the room. So let me get the link. Here we go. So be there. 10 minutes is simple. Just pick some activities and put on a post-it. There are some post-it with different colors on the top. Each person chooses one color and place it in the Ecocycle. So there is not a moment for discussion. Just plot some stuff and see what comes up. See you in a minute. the document. You have the link for the slides as well in the chat. So if you want to keep it open to have full access all the time, otherwise when the breakouts close, you lose access to the toy. Okay, lots of things for group 1, for group 3. Group 3 has a big interesting pattern, nothing on the gestation. There is nothing in the oven. Group 7, another interesting pattern. And group 5. Nice. So what we'll be doing next to close the ecocycle? We have 2 more steps. So the first step to close is this. What activities do I or we, in case you are thinking about a group or something that related to a group, what do I or we need to creatively destroy or stop to move forward? What activities do we need to expand or start? And this sequence is always the same. If we stop things, as I said before, we release energy. We release time and energy to invest in something else. But it's better to stop something you start something. It's easier. Sometimes not easier, but it helps. So think for a couple of minutes about your ecocycle and try to find 1 or 2 that need to stop or transform. And what do you need to expand or start? And the last step will be in quartets again. So be back in your quartet. And from these activities that you chose to stop or to start, create a first action step. What should I do? Simple. And share with your colleagues, and then you can bounce ideas back and forth. I'll be opening the same breakouts with the same tool. It will open in the breakout, but you can also use the access you already have. So let me check if it's correct. Yeah, group 1. No. Oh my God. It's changing. Let me see. How can I get it back in the same? Let's see this one. Huh. I'll give you one more challenge. I will open 4 breakouts and you have to move yourself. So let me get people 4 rooms. I'll give you 11 minutes and then I have 1 more minute to find a room. So group 3. Group 1, 3, 5, and 7. Will be fun to see you finding your group again. And if you don't know which group you were before, just ask us. And where is the tool? Here's the tool. Share. Here we go. So 11 minutes. See you in a bit. Okay, question for you. What is a first step or an insight from your Ecocycle planning? Just sharing this poll for us to see what came up. And after you answer, you can see all the other answers. Get a partner to plot ideas into an Ecocycle canvas. Nice. And as you probably notice, you can also vote on some ideas. If something gets your attention and curiosity, you can just click on it and you vote it, just to have like a temperature map. Megan. Growth mode. So just for you to know, we did the most complex scenario for an Ecocycle because we have a bunch of individuals with different contexts, nothing common, maybe something common, but we didn't plan to do this together, right? So we came up with a bunch of activities, plot by ourselves, share with a partner to get our ideas going, and then we plot all together 4 people, strangers, in the same slide, bumping shoulders, and then we get some ideas. So that's what Ecocycle does for us. It gets us in a more thinking mode. And one very important thing is to let people do the work. Don't interfere. Me as a facilitator, I try to help. When I was doing Ecocycle for the first time, I was trying to get the sense making going using my facilitator powers. It was just terrible because I couldn't make sense of it. People couldn't make sense for it because I was like using the space. So if you let people do the work using the structure, self-reflection, pairs, quartets, and then whole group, the group does the work and the insights come. So that's one hint for you. Let the structure carry the weight, don't interfere, and be ready for surprises because lots of amazing things just pop up. If you have an intact group analyzing a scenario, for example, the activities that we have to manage in our department, or the project that we have in our hands right now in our company, or the clients that we currently have. So if you have this frame and you get this and analyze using Ecocycle with the group, my feeling is that it's like the optometrist when you're changing the lens to see the exams. In a certain point, it just goes click and people see it. And when people see it, it's easy to notice what we have to do. And lots of ideas just flow in. And then it's basically, okay, what do you need to stop? What do you need to start? And after you have this, it's an open road. It's an open space for you to do many, many different structures. What else, Carolina, from this? Let me just stop here and then show results.
Yeah, I think Ecocycle can be used like individually for you or in a coaching session is a very good one as well. And in a group, it's amazing when we align our vision together as a team or as a group in an organization. It's very interesting how the different perspectives can be aligned using the Ecocycle. Yeah, it's a very good one. And also I like the fluidity of it and the way how it's so organic and so real. It's like life, when you think about the seasons and all of that. So it's everybody can resonate with that. And so this is get it simple for us as facilitators because people can resonate. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, it's something that is just born, or something that is in a maturity, and so we can understand that concept. So it's very nice. Usually people like it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And one thing to just one last hint is to set the frame the for things being the same level. So this is an example that we did with a board. So it's the board, they take care of these 6 initiatives. So first step, self-reflection, where are these initiatives at? People plot it individually, pair up, they share their perspectives and adjust. Quartets, they share again and adjust, and then the whole group, and then adjust again. Sometimes people plot things in different places and they need to discuss, but at the end, they had this map, and from them, we're clear what they have to do. We need to stop this, we need to really focus energy here. We don't need to put so much energy here, things are already going. So it was easy for them. And after the session with this picture, this became the compass for them. So they kept looking at the Ecocycle as a reference. So the next meeting, they start from there. So we ended our last meeting with this. Where are we at? Did we move this or not? So where did you change the needle? And they start capturing this Ecocycle as a strategic management tool. I saw one hand coming up. What do you think, Carolina? Answer quick questions right now, or ask people to craft questions and come back?
I think craft questions and come back, but maybe it can be less time because it's already 10:13.
Yeah.
Like
My
5.
intuition says to just go round robin right here.
Okay.
It would be easier. So, Jasmine, go on. And if you have a question, write in the chat to not lose your question. Otherwise,
Yeah,
people start talking and you lose your question. And I
well,
have a
I
question.
basically want to support what you said, Fernando, that this is also a great tool. Like in the beginning, you have quite some work. You have your the state of your project, but after this, you can use it easily and also in with not much effort to make a regular review about it and use it as a strategic tool and planning tool. I think this is great about it.
Yeah, it is. Thank you, Jasmine. And you can actually make lots of different ecocycles. For instance, one ecocycle for your professional activities, one ecocycle for your personal activities, one ecocycle for the marriage, and so on and so forth. Questions, comments, locations, sharing experiences. This is one ecocycle that we are doing, Carolina and I, with the clients. So we have some clients we are just starting to get together. Some clients are very like old timers. Some clients want to fire, lots of work and not much revenue. And so this kind of thing, you can organize your clients as well and see in relationships. Shiroz is asking, is Ecocycle Planning a good choice for retrospective or follow-up meetings? Maybe retrospective with what, so what, now what, it's better. But to know where things are at, Ecocycle is a better photo. If you have different projects or different activities, it's a good way to do a retrospective in this sense, to know where things are at in the cycle.
And then you can later on you can do a follow-up, a kind of like looking where things are at. So you have your first ecocycle, then like in 1 month or 2, whatever, then you can have like a movie, not just the picture. You can start like seeing things moving. And this is nice because if you have something that is like on a birth state, you can see growing. or you see something that is like being renewed or just born, or like, so you can see the movement of your activities or actions, or
Do you mind talking about... Sorry.
Just one comment, Megan. One thing that is good talking about this retrospective is to get people looking at the system, the whole picture. Sometimes people are very focused on one thing, especially if you are with a group. Some people are very focused in one part of the project, but not the whole thing. So when they see the whole thing, so wow, that's why my process is kind of slow, because the energy is there, it's not here. So they get a better perspective of what is happening and gets people more engaged on what needs to be done. Go on, Megan.
Yeah, do you mind just talking a little bit more about how you use it for clients? Do you use the same sort of titles and thought process, or how do you define that?
When we do with our clients, we just analyze the client as in a cycle. So some clients are just getting connected with us, like we did one meeting, but we don't have any jobs, so they are still in gestation. Some clients, we did their first workshop and we did their first thing together. So it just starts on the birth stage. Some clients, we work with them for years, and they are great clients, good revenue, good kind of work. And some clients, it's a drag. When the phone rings, you just, oh my God, here they come again. So these kind of clients are in creative destruction. Maybe we should find better consultants for them, refer them to someone else, or stop charging, do pro bono, and just go pro bono, for example. No. So you can analyze in this sense, and it's a very nice discussion, Megan, with your partners, because you can have different perspectives.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jane, you looks like you are thinking a lot.
Yeah, I find this really interesting, and I feel like there's so many ways that it can be applied. I'm just thinking about our client base and how useful it would be for them.
There is another structure called Panarchy. In Panarchy, it's a system of ecocycles. So imagine a very big ecocycle on the top, where the myths, the public consciousness, the federal level works, or the global level works. And imagine a very small ecocycle at the bottom, which is you and your things. And there are many different ecocycles all the way up. So Panarchy helps us to look at the system, so in different levels. So if you think like about the government, you can think about the federal level, provincial level, the city level, our neighborhood level, our house level. So they are all connected, but things move differently in each of these frames. So sometimes when people have difficulty in ecocycles, it's because we are collapsing too many levels. So it's good to have a clear level where you are working on and not mix it up. So if it's strategic, it's strategic. If it's practical, it's like actions, it's all actions. If you mix them up, it can be confusing. So you can explore using the Panarchy. It's another layer.
Another thing you can do too is to actually make a really big map on the floor of the cycle. So you can actually walk some of that process and see what that feels like and step into those different places. That can be actually quite powerful.
It is, yeah. We love it, Michaela. Have you done with groups in a...
Yeah, I have.
Awesome. Yeah, the bigger the better. We get more space and more ideas flowing. And actually, some people need to walk to think. And if they walk with the ecocycle in their hands, but walk physically in a ecocycle plotted on the ground, they get better ideas.
Absolutely. Yeah, very much so.
What else? We have 9 minutes before we close. Megan asking a question. Have you done a 50 Same Solutions session recently? No, I don't remember the last time we did, but it's nice. 15% solutions fits anywhere.
If you have 15 minutes. And there you go.
Thanks, Rose. No problem. So some other structures that fit very well in Ecocycle is like 2510 to get ideas for the birth, to go over the scarcity trap. How can we make this happen? So you can get ideas flowing with 2510, and to go over the poverty trap, or the on the birth stage, and the scarcity trap or the rigidity trap on the right side. You can go over using trees. So how can you get the worst result possible? And sometimes things that get ugly enough to say, yeah, I need to stop this, and then get the courage to step over the trap. Yeah, many combinations. And all this you can find on the website. If you find the Ecocycle Planning tool on the bottom of the website, you see some possible combinations and specifics for each step. But it's practice. Trees is a top hit.
Yeah, trees is amazing. Trees and troika together is also a very good one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I'll get the closing going, Carolina, with the takeaways. Here they are. What is your takeaway from this gathering? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Ecocycle time, Jasmine. Mm-hmm.
I'm on mute. If you want to just put your voice on what you just wrote, or just say what was valuable for you in this session, what you are bringing with you. So just be free to open your mic and share with us. Sometimes it's good to hear some voices.
Yeah, I loved the spiral exercise. I love that to open. I feel like it was a moment of reflection, and I feel like it was perfect to go into the Ecocycle planning. So I really love that. And just the applicability of the Ecocycle planning for personal reflection in your own personal life, with clients, or even internally for your business. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Jane. Anyone else want to share? How was the experience? I think you are on mute. Do you want to say something, Monica? Or no? Yeah, I think thank you everyone for coming. And I think this is the space to share and to learn together. So thank you so much for coming, and see you next year. So have a great time this holidays. Merry Christmas, and I hope meet you in 2025, which is around the corner.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.